Most people start their renovations or custom home builds with a number in mind. Sometimes it's from a friend's experience, sometimes it's from an old quote, and sometimes it's just a guess. But here's the truth. What people forget to budget for causes the most stress. In this episode, we'll uncover the hidden costs, the overlooked categories, and the smarter mindset that keeps your budget and your sanity intact. The most expensive surprises aren't always the biggest items. They're the ones that you never saw coming. I'm Daniel, owner of Glenaden Homes in Toronto. I've been building and renovating high-end homes for 23 years, and I know the process inside and out. My goal is to help you understand it too, so you can make confident decisions and enjoy your build. Building a home is exciting. It's personal and it's emotional. When something feels that big, it's easy to underestimate the details, especially the financial ones. Here's what most people miss. Soft costs like permits, surveys, and design fees, market changes from inflation, labor shortages, or supply delays. There's bad data, relying on hearsay instead of the real numbers. Plenty of people hear $300 a square foot and multiply their house size, forgetting site conditions, finishes, and complexity. Budgeting isn't just math, it's strategy. Here's a pro tip. If your budget comes from a single per square foot number, you're already missing 20 to 30% of the picture. The hidden but inevitable extras. Here's what people forget to budget for. Landscaping's a big one. Hardscaping, softscaping, fencing, driveways, it all adds up fast. And since it usually comes at the end of the project, it's often left off the budget. 2, window coverings. Blinds, shades, curtains, especially with modern builds that have large expanses of glass, they're necessary for comfort and privacy, but rarely included up front. 3, audio, visual, and smart home tech. Built-in speakers, Ethernet wiring, camera systems, lighting controls. These things are often afterthoughts, and retrofitting them later is even more expensive. 4, furniture and decor. You're not just building a house, you're creating a space to live in. Many clients realize after moving that they want new pieces to match the new space. Temporary accommodations. If you're renovating and can't stay in your home, you'll need a place to live. That might mean renting a place or staying with family. Either way, it's a cost. You'll have to pay for a moving truck twice, once to the rental and then back to your newly renovated home. 6, inflation and supply changes. Materials and labor costs can shift significantly between when you price a project and when the work actually starts. Even a 5% change on a $700,000 project is a $35,000 swing. Remember, if it happens after move-in, it still belongs to your overall budget. Here's another category that gets overlooked: small upgrades. Individually, they don't seem like much, but collectively, they can reshape your budget. Let's say you swap basic tile for marble. That's a big swing in cost. Add a bunch more pot lights throughout, that's an additional cost. Go for custom cabinetry in more rooms. Again, a little uptick. And installing in-floor heating in all the bathrooms. Not a huge number on its own, but again, you're adding to the overall cost. Another small addition, adding crown molding throughout on the first floor. None of these are outrageous on their own, but combined across a whole house, you could have a swing of 50 to 100 grand without even realizing it. That's why we always recommend tracking wish list items as you go. You don't need to make decisions early, but you do need to understand the impact. Here's a red flag. If your builder isn't tracking upgrade costs in real time, you're gonna be driving blind. Another budgeting blind spot is indecision. When you delay decisions, especially on finishes and fixtures, you lose leverage. You lose the ability to shop smart, to order early, and to coordinate timelines. and you increase the risk of needing expensive last-minute substitutions. Think of it like this. Make a $5,000 lighting decision early, you might save $1,000 in like rush fees and scheduling headaches. Making that same decision late, it might cost you more than the light itself. Decisions aren't an aesthetic, they're financial. Make them with that in mind. Remember, every late decision has a price tag. You just might not see it yet. Every perfect plan hits surprises. In older homes, it might be the hidden wiring. In new builds, it could be the unexpected soil issues or design changes. Smart budgets include a 10 to 15% contingency. If you don't use it, great. If you do, it's the best money you never spent. Here's a pro tip. Contingency isn't just in case, it's when, not if. Aligning budget with priorities. This is where budgeting gets personal. It's not about how much you're spending, it's about what you're spending it on. We've seen clients spend $200,000 on millwork because that's where they wanted to go all in. Others skipped built-ins entirely to afford a radiant floor in their dream kitchen. The right budget is the one that reflects your lifestyle and goals, not your neighbors and not what's on Instagram, yours. That's why budgeting should be a conversation, not just a spreadsheet. A good builder helps you connect your dollars to your priorities and makes sure the budget supports the vision, not just the floor plan. Remember, a budget without priorities is just a spreadsheet. Now let's move on to why budget is ongoing. Budgets should be living documents. They should be updated regularly and tracked with real numbers. Every time you consider a scope revision, you should also be looking at the latest budget. Tools like Buildertrend make it easy to see where you stand at any point in the project. Budgeting isn't about locking everything in, it's about staying informed and in control. Here's a smart question to ask your builder. What costs do your client usually forget, and how do you help them prepare? In closing, you don't need a perfect budget. You need a realistic one. One that plans for what you want, prepares for what might happen, and gives you room to breathe. Because when you budget with intention, you build with confidence. And that's what makes the whole experience more enjoyable. Thanks for watching and have a great build.